the functions we learnt about string functions and number functions. So number numeric functions, and in that functions what we have, what we learnt in string functions, what we learnt. Last we finished number also, no? Yeah, number functions. Which one? Count. We have count. We have so we have max. We have min. We have average. So we have sum. So these are basic number functions which are used regularly. So cost, time, math, floor, seal, that is, these are also some functions, just like JavaScript math functions will be there. So a given definition for these definition is same. Actually count I already given. So max, min, average, these functions are same. Actually this already we discussed. So this max, min, average, sum, these all are general functions actually. So count. So already we discussed count. Max is nothing but what it will do. So it returns the maximum of given set of values. Maximum means you know that it is nothing but largest. Min means so it returns the minimum of given set of values. This is smallest. And average, it returns average of given set of values. It finds and returns the sum of given set of values. That's what actually these functions can do. So average, count, sum, all this. These are string and number functions we have. So syntactically how you do is you pass the field name which have the values that can return maximum, minimum, average, sum and all. Like what? Suppose SQL workbench. Yeah. So in this, what we are doing is loans. Yeah. In this, suppose I want to find out how many products are present. How do you do? How many products are present? So we can use actually select, count. So what is the unique key field? Unique key field is what? Product ID. So product ID. So from what is it? TBL products. TBL products. That means what it is going to do, it is going to return total count how many. So that means based on the product ID, it can return that total 7 are present. Right? You can pass the field. Suppose we have a rating, total count rating. You see it shows 6 only. Why? Because some products may not be there. Rating is not there, it will ignore it. That means if it is null, it will ignore. So that is the reason which field cannot be null, use that field in the count. Which field cannot be null? That means usually primary key cannot be null. You can count based on any field, but problem is it will ignore null. So that in that case, the primary key field is best when you are defining. So syntactically, first one, so we have select, count, field name from table name. So what this is going to do is it ignores null. It ignores null values, So ignores the null values. What is the best one is use non-nullable field. Use non-nullable field, which is not nullable. That field you use. So that is like select, count, product ID. So from TBL products. So that is how you find the count. Right. This is selecting count. And you know, you can use wildcard. Yesterday we saw wildcard is asterisk. Means going to return all. So this is one option. Now, how do you find the maximum? Suppose we are having select max. Max is the maximum. Max price. So max price is the maximum price is this. That means out of all price, which one is the max? It will return the max price. Similarly, it is going to return the minimum price. Minimum price is which one? 4,000. It is going to get the average price. Average price is which one? Average price is some this 18,000. Right? That means min rating, max rating, average rating. Suppose here we are having rating. So this is like what max rating. Max rating. That means max rating is 5. So max rating, min rating, average rating. So we can find based on any values. So example, we have so many other options. What is it? Select, min. So min price from TBL products. Select max rating from TBL products. Select average price from TBL products. These are all different queries. So count min max average. Same sum also uh, in different situations. I showed you now shopping application. We discussed about some data table. When we get a project with several tables, combination of all type of data, there these are very helpful. Suppose I told you, every product, um, every user can have a shopping cart. In shopping cart, usually what you see, how many items are in the cart. It will put total amount, how much they need to pay based on all the cart items. So how do you calculate that? So we calculate somewhat price. So sum of price of not actually TBL products. Actually, we calculate sum of cart price. In the cart, how many products you added, those total amount is how much it is going to display that. So we can find sum, we can find min, we can find average. All these are same TBL product. All products, how much? And of course, you can use your conditions also. What are those? Select total amount of price categories, right? Select total amount of total count of items whose rating is above 5. We can do now, right? That means suppose some queries I will give to try queries. What are the queries? Find total count of products whose rating is above 4. So find total count of products whose category is electronics. So find average price of footwear products. So find total for total. So find some what we say, I will give like suppose total highest, find highest rating in electronic products, highest rating in electronic products. So find total amount of footwear products with a rating above 4. These are different types of conditions. Total amount of footwear products with rating above 4. These kind of queries are given to you in various database interviews. How do you find based different conditions? Just I'm giving different. So similarly, like same, find least rating in footwear products. In footwear and electronic products like this. There may be footwear, electronic, fashion, so many. Right. These are all different queries. These kind of queries are regularly asked. And more complex also we can use them. What do you say? You can write them? Write all these and show me. And write all these queries and show me. We'll see answers for all these. For online and offline people, we given a Google Classroom code we created. You contact the admin. Offline people, you contact Mr. Manoj. He will share. And of online people, our online admin will share with you the Google Class code. So write these queries. Let me see how much you can write. These are simple queries, but you must be able to write. Done? Good. Good. Yeah. Parenthesis. Use parenthesis conditions. Huh? All these strings must be single quotes. Huh? And don't forget parenthesis when you are writing and or. Huh? Here, where is end? It is half written. And na footwear and electronics, both we want, right? Here or it is not end. We have to use or there because either footwear or electronics. Then you have to use or. And means if any another category comes in between, it will ignore. I hope these are not very complex. Huh? Simple queries. These are already we learned them. Only here is you have to use min, max, average, count. Counts. What is products? Products is not field name. Na? You have to count all. All means it should be star. Huh? For backend also, I will create one lab group. Huh? In that lab group, I will give you more tasks, assignments. Those you have to submit. Means some I will give you to practice at home. So you have to try them and submit them. Okay. So because from backend onwards, lot of your involvement is required for project design because one project hands-on you have to do. One I will explain here, but everything I will not show. I will guide you according to the guidance you need to design. And if anywhere you struck, there I will help you. That is how projects are practiced, right? Projects are not like in your HTML, JavaScript, some programs I showed you on in class, you practice the same, like that, it will not happen. That's the reason you need practice. And once we do Node.js and all, I will give some coding platform also. Through coding platform, solving problems. Because once you are good in Node.js, you will get complete knowledge of JavaScript server side, client side, both. Then you will have to solve problems relative to applications. So those also important to practice. So initially, these are simple some functions. All these online people also submitting, right? Yeah. Online people, others also need to submit, try these examples. Huh? That's the reason I will give a lab group, you upload into the lab group. Huh? Right. Yeah. So yeah, the last query, Vaishnavi, this is not end. You have to use or. The query is or, not end, for last one. Rest of others are okay. So you have to use count star for finding the count. And for last query, we have to use or, because we need to find footwear and electronic. That means actually it is not only footwear and electronic present in our data. We have some other also. That means it's generally we write question as end, but actually it should be as what? Or. Means when you are using query, it should be or. Okay. So these are the simple queries of number functions we are having. Actually, in number functions, we also have mathematical functions, like we have mathematical function like floor. We have floor. We have like seal, floor. We have options like what? So round. These in JavaScript you already learned. Huh? So what are the other simple functions we are having? We are having like, so this is another one. Yeah. This sixth is from those queries. This is the end of queries. And we have like round. What is this round? So rounds a number to the nearest value. Rounds a number to the nearest value. So we have like floor. Floor is what? Rounds a number to the lower bound value. Lower bound value means to the lowest value. That means if it is 4.2, then it will be how much? 4. It will round to 4. So seal means seal. Seal. So seal. Seal. Seal means rounds a number to the upper bound. number to the upper bound value. So these are general mathematical functions you will find in your values. So we have a power also. Power a number, so raise it to, right? So what is this? A number raise it to this value. So we have a power. So a number generally simple, select power 2 comma 3. It will be how much? 8. Select some floor 4 comma 2 or 4.2. It will be how much? 4. So we have some options. Like this, you can now use others also. So finding the value. These are general basic. Others also they're not required. So that's the reason I am not giving every function because so many will be there. Hundreds of functions will be available. So all are not required because you have like you see a cos, a sine, a tan. So you have so many functions. So binary functions will be there. So many other type of functions will be there. All are not required every time. That's the reason better. Just few important ones we are discussing. Okay, these are all what they are all number functions. So you have string functions, number functions, and we have date functions. So MySQL date functions. MySQL date functions. Already we learned how to store date. Generally, how do we store the date? Year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds. So microseconds. Actually, in JavaScript, we say milliseconds. Here we say microseconds. Actual date format already I explained in data type. In data type, date format, we discussed that it should be year, month, day. Anywhere we input date in the same format. So date functions also important because when we are manipulating dates, these will allow you to read the dates, time values and use them. Basic functions we have like, suppose we have select, I want current date. Then you have alias also. We have like current date. What current date is going to do is it returns the current date number. So we have an alias function also, current date. So it is nothing but what it is going to do. This is actually we have date. This is a current date. Current date is also an alias. It also returns the same. I told you now several functions are having an alias names. So we have date and time functions. The best one I will give here. We have current date. So returns current date value. So year, month, day. We have current time, returns current time number. Hours, minutes, seconds, like this. It depends on local format, current time. Current time will return in the local format, regional format. That means it will be like 17, so 50, some seconds, like this it will return. Actually, we have now. Now will return both date and time. So we have date. Actually, it extracts date from a string. So time, it extracts time from a string. And actually, string must be date, time, type. Date and time string, not normal string. Don't think that in a sentence, if there is a date, it will bring it. It will get only if date is in a string format. Usually date is in a string format while reading. Means what? That means you have select, we have date, and in this function we are having 2025. So, and 0 to 10, some date, some 16, 30, 56. Like this we have date and time. So what it will do? It will return only date. Suppose you say select date, and here you have a string. What is the string? Suppose here we have a string like my date of birth is 2025. Suppose 20 some 1995 something, and you have like 03, 10, something like this you return. Now what it will return? It will return null. It will not return anything. That means it will find and return the date only when it is a date and time value, not general string. Because I given string means don't think that it is a normal string. It should be only date and time string. Date and time, it is in the format of string. In that it will return date and time. Because usually in JavaScript you will learn, if you haven't already, if you learned, you know it. So what you learned, whenever we read the date and time values and display, those all are converted into string. They are converted into string. From that string, we need only date, only time. Then we can use these options. We can implement these options. So here we also have options like what else important, all are not required. We have day name. Day name is there. Day name is nothing but it will return the weekday name. So weekday name it is going to return. Weekday name it is going to return. For which date you have to mention the date. That means here I use what? Select, suppose what is it? So select current data, current date, current date. Select current date we are defining. Better we put in a variable name. Just here because it is a string type actually. Later I will show variables. Suppose I given 2025 and 0 to 13. Then what it is going to do? It is going to display the weekday name. Right? Day name will return a weekday name. So we can return day name. So it returns weekday name. We also have I think there is a function called weekday. Yeah, we have a function called weekday. What is this? But we don't use this much. Weekday is nothing but it will return the number. Number is 0 is Monday. 0 is Monday, 2 is 1 is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday is 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So usually day name is good, but you have an option like weekday. So what it will do is it returns. So weekday number. Actually number 0 is equal to Monday. So, and usually you have like month. So it returns, so month number. Actually, if I give the function like month, that means month is going to return the month number. You have option like what? Month name. Month name will return the month name. We have month will return the month number. We have month name. It returns month name. Usually we have like select 2025, 02 and 13, something like this we given. This is what? Month. This is going to return 2. Select month name, then date. This is going to return February. So actually we have week also. That is nothing but it returns the week number. Week number. That means in the year, what is the current week number? Week number 1, week number 2, like that 43, 53, 63. So week numbers will be there. It will return the week number. How many weeks are there in a year? It will return the number of current week. That's week number. All are not required everywhere, but some important options are there. These are related to date and time. Time also are there. What are time? Hours, minutes, seconds, time. So already given time here. So we can extract specific also, but it should be from time. That means we have option like what? Hour. It will return the hour number. We have like what? Minute. It will return the minute number. Hour number, minute number, second number, microsecond. We have microsecond. Microsecond will return the milliseconds, right? Milliseconds will be, so you know 0 to 99, right? Milliseconds. So you have hour. So it returns hour number. So we have minute. So it returns minutes number. Remember, this is from time. From time, you have to do that. Second, so it returns second number. And we have microsecond. It returns microsecond. Actually, our number, how many it will return? 0 to 23. Huh? Minute number 0 to 59. Second number 0 to 59. And millisecond number, microsecond number 0 to what? 99. That's the number. And we also have an option of year. Year also very regular one. So it returns year number from date. These are some date functions. Now here, these are all date related, date and time related options. So MySQL have some conversion related functions. MySQL is having some comparison related functions. Conditional functions are present. So for example, we have MySQL conversion functions. So some important conversion functions you have, like one conversion function is like, so what are the conversion functions we are having? Like we have cast and we have convert. Cast is function, and what is this cast? Cast and convert are the functions. Conversion is nothing but they you to convert one data into another. Converting of one data type into another type. For example, here actually we have select. So we have the cast function, and this cast function is expecting a data type. Suppose 2025, and this is actually date. It comes in a string form because when we date, this problem will be regularly there because you know front end, you will use a form, and you know already how your form have elements. So we have a input type is date. You learned various input types. If input type is, then what is the default value? Whenever you select, value will be stored in year, month, and day. Suppose you select some, and when you submit this, it will come in a string form. That means anything from a form, when you submit, even a number you submit, it will come like a string. Then what you have to do, convert into number. JavaScript already teaches you this, that from the front end anywhere you take input from prompt or text box or a drop down, any input is in the format of string, right? If any input is in the format of string, then what you have to do, you have to into other format. Suppose this string cast as date. So we can convert like this, as date. So cast uses as function. So what is that as is? It converts that into a date format. So it is actually a string. It converted into a date. You can convert any string to date, date to string. You can convert into number, string to number. It uses as. So in another technique is instead of using is, you can use select. We have a convert function. What this convert will do, take the 2025 02 some 14 something and comma format of date into date. This is another one. Cast uses as a keyword, and this uses simply into which type you want to convert. The means the value and you have to mention. So cast uses as keyword, and this is directly converting into type. Convert into type. Generally, we use as for custom types. That means we have custom data types. When we create our own custom data types, to convert into that custom data types, we use as. But the convert is enough to convert into any data type. Because you have two options, we need to know that. Cast, so it can convert a value into as specific data type. As specific data type. Right. Next, we have a convert. And the convert is what? So it converts, converts a value into specific type. So it has same, and we just use convert into date. Right. What is it? Who is this? Naga Sivateja. What is your doubt? How to create a calendar? What you are talking, man? You came from any space center today? Huh? What we are learning, what you are talking? Huh? Are you on earth only? What we are learning and what you are talking? How to create calendar? What you are talking about? Huh? You understood the doubt? Huh? No? I am also very much surprised, right? I can't understand what is it. Right. How to create calendar in MySQL? Huh? Why you will create a calendar in MySQL? I don't know. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So here we have these conversion functions. Okay. Next, another important we have MySQL conditions. So means I'm not going into more in detail, not required, right? Into MySQL conditions. Conditions are conditional functions. Actually, conditional functions are nothing but so decision making better, you say. Yeah? It provides some decision making. Usually people call as decision making. That is, these are also important. Some decision making functions are there. Decision making functions, you have a if function. So we have a case function, case and if. Let me show you first if, then we can use that. Conditions, that means decision making. Decision making, so you can achieve by using this. Actually, how if works is, so we have a select and we have a if function. If requires a condition. Condition, we need to put some condition. Condition is, as of now, temporarily I'm giving 10 greater than some 5. That's a condition. After that, comma, value on true, value on false. Like this, we need to write. That means this is the condition. If condition matching, what you want to show. And condition not matching, what you want to show. True or false. So here, so we say 10, say it is 10 is greater than, so 10 is greater than 5. Otherwise, so not greater. Like this, we use some option. That means it is going to execute the function and display that. I just given a rough. Now put some our table here, right? How do you put the table? Suppose if rating is above 4, we say good. Otherwise, average. How? That means what we have to do, select name and what? Rating. And we need a condition. If what is the condition? Condition is rating. If rating is greater than how much? 4. I will give 3. You can say greater than or equal or greater than 3. Then what should be the value? Good. Otherwise, what should be the value? Average. We can define like this. Suppose as suppose ranking from what is it? TBL products. That is how we are displaying. Then you see ranking is good, average it will show. That means it will put a ranking field. When rating is 4, 3 and above, it is good. Otherwise, it is what? Average. Average. So we can put such conditions and define them. We can use a simple if for that. So if is nothing but a simple, but you cannot have multiple decision. Multiple decision, another you have to use, right? So here we need to define a condition. So it uses a Boolean expression and returns result on true and false, and true or false, and true and false. It provides statements to execute, statements to render on true and on false. Syntactically we have select if condition and result on true, result on false. You need to just define that. So you cannot have multiple conditions here. You want multiple conditions, then you have to use an case. We have to use case. So we have case. It is used to configure multiple conditions and results to compute on various conditions. Syntactically, we have select, after that your query. So we have like what? Case. Case uses when, condition, then statements. Again when. This is statement 1. Another condition. So we have then statement 2. So like this, number of. We have else and statement. When condition mismatch. Condition mismatch, and we have end. Like this you have to write select case when then end. Means all the conditions are not matching, then what to do? That you have to define using else. These are conditions, how you define the condition. So this is multiple conditions. For example, what? Select name rating. Okay. So here we will write a case. So what is the case? We have to define a case. Case what? When. Condition. Condition is what? Rating. Rating greater than 4. Okay. If rating is greater than 4, what is the value then? Then what is the value? Good. Good is the rating. So you don't need comma. Next what? When. Rating. Rating is greater than, suppose, or say rating is uh, rating is null. Okay, if rating is null, then what is it? We will say uh, unknown. So unknown, I will give unknown, unknown or NA. NA means not available. That means status not available if it is there. Okay, next what? Again when. So if rating is what? Less than 4. Less than 4. Then what? So average. Average. Like this we can define. So else we will give. Else. Else we will give another value. What is it? Poor. And after that you have to end the case as what? Ranking. I am giving ranking from products. That means what it is going to do, it is going to show this. So good, poor, average. Why it is poor first one? Greater than, it is good. So this is also equal to not given, right? If it is equal to also greater than or equal, that will be fine because equal I haven't given there. So otherwise it is not available. Others are good, others are average, and this. If you have less than that, then we will put a poor also. Means we have another condition. If it is less than 3, less than 2, then you just give the option as poor. Okay. This is multiple conditions. You can write multiple condition. Conditions I don't need to explain because JavaScript teaches you multi-level, multiple conditions how to write. This is an example for that. How do we define the rating? You can have conditions also, right? How to check between? You learned between, right? You can use between operator also, right? All those you can implement here. That means if rating is between 3 to 2 to 3, then you say poor, like that. So these are multiple conditions how we define. If can use only a single one, so by using case you can write multiple. These are some conditional conversion, some database related functions also present, which are not required. Administration level people need to know them, like which version MySQL you are using, which database you are using, which user currently you are working with. All such can be done by using functions, right? So usually what we can do, some database related functionalities like what you say select what? Select is user. That means it is nothing but it will get the current username. User is root at localhost, right? You want the version. It will get the current version and show which version is installed here. And you want what? Database. Database. Current which database is in use, it will show that. These are all some database related functions, right? So you have server and DB functions like server and DB like what user. So it returns current username, current username, like version. It returns current server version, database. So it returns current active database. It returns current active database means database in use. Huh? These are all the functions. Just syntactically, we just use select user. These are all admin side. We don't need them. Just temporarily select version. So these are all the important functions and queries you need to know about select. So you learned up to querying now. How do we query? While querying, how do we calculate? How we extract and return only what we are looking for? How we display different formats? How we convert numbers, dates, everything related to queries. Next, now we need to understand about the concept of update, updating, and deleting. We will learn about how do we handle update and delete. Till now we learned about create, so and query. Now we have update. Updating means there are two options. You can change the data in a table or you can change the structure of table. You can change table name, you can change foreign key primary keys. So you can change the constants, different constants are there, you can modify the constants. So updating have two things. Actually update and alter, these are two different things actually. Update is to modify the data and alter is to modify the structure of data. Data structure, you can modify the structure of data. Adding fields, removing fields, changing the field name. This is not updating. This is called as what? Alter. That means you are changing the constants, modifying the constants. You are modifying a value, that is update. So if you are modifying the structure, then we call as alter. That we'll see in next session. Right? Tomorrow we will do that. In tomorrow's session, we will learn about updating and altering. Right? Then we have one more, deleting. That makes complete knowledge on table. Then we will learn about stored procedures, views, triggers, how to create and configure them. Okay. Then tomorrow we will continue with this. Huh? As I told you, classroom code will be shared by our admin. Offline people contact our offline admin. He will share with you. Online people, so online admin will be there. He will share with you. Okay. Then tomorrow we'll see that. Yesterday I announced one company. I haven't uploaded that because they have postponed the interview schedule date. They will inform me in 1-2 days. Then I will upload that. Okay. I will upload the requirement of JavaScript requirement. Yesterday I told you, but they just postponed the interview schedule date. I will once confirm with them and I will post that. Remember, these opportunities you cannot forward to your other friends. You can apply, only you can apply as Naresh IT students. If any another Naresh IT student is there, you can forward him. You can't forward to general people outside because they check the ID card number when you are attending those interviews. They are only Naresh IT clients. They are only Naresh IT people. In my Instagram, what I am posting, they are not for others, right? It is strictly only for Naresh IT people, right? Then tomorrow we'll continue. Right?